On my way to stir the pot. As long as you know how long it takes you to make the certain item, then you can apply this to just about any product so that you can be more prepared with more inventory. The more stock you have, the more money you'll make. Kind of wanted to show it to you so you could get an idea in case making lists and marking stuff off is helpful to you. I've been in one of those moods where I just want to come in here and work. I don't want to fool with the camera, but I was kind of changing the way I do my market prep process this year. Used to, when I was still in the classroom, I was still coaching, it was just literally anytime I could get something done, that was my market process. And I still had somewhat of a method to it because I did have summers to really ramp up production. But I thought, since I'm kind of changing the way I do things, I'm going to share my market prep process. How much do I take? How do I store it to get it there safely? How do I know how much time each week to spend on certain tasks? How do I make sure I'm getting everything done so I'm not overwhelmed the week before, the day of, etc. And so I'm just going to go through what I do and what has worked for me. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be running around like a chicken on the day of or the week of, because I probably will. That's just how I roll. But let me show you how I do things. So I actually started market prepping the apparel about 10 weeks ago. So let's just say about 2 months out from the actual show. And I did this because as I said, I'm not strictly an apparel vendor. I have many other products. It's also very costly for me as a small single business owner to prep a lot of apparel at one time. And so I just wanted it to be more of a gradual process. And this worked really well for me. It wasn't like a big punch all at one time financially for the budget. Side note, look at these Bat Boys t-shirts. If you are an ACOTAR girly, these are so beautiful. I print them on, I think this is ivory comfort colors, and that's the back with the 3 wingspans of the 3 main characters. They're so, so cute. I've sold several of these at the local farmers market, and they're always, and they always get a lot of attention. So this is a really good example of the stay-at-home social club. Doesn't really go with a lot of the themes that I have going on, but I thought it was really cute, really pretty, very me. And so I thought it would do really, really well. And it's already got a lot of attention online. And this cozy book club sweatshirt is my new favorite thing. I printed it on sand, and it is so cute. It has everything fall related, and it's just gorgeous. I'm obsessed. This bed is piled up. So I have different categories for my business. Like I have crochet plushie category. I've added an apparel category. I've got the bookmarks and the sewing things. Like I've got different categories of things. And so depending on what you do in your business, I think you could still take my process and apply it to what you do. But my market prep process is different depending on the product. So if you missed last week's video where I did a loaf kitties and how I batch make those, I batch make as much as possible with the crochet stuff. I will let this plushie stuff just pile up until I'm like running out of bed space. And then that way I only have to get out the safety eyes ones. I only have to get the stuffing out ones, all the extras that complete the pattern. I only have to get those things out once. I will link this organizer below. I got it on Amazon. I think it's actually for jewelry, but I love this for the safety eyes. They don't go anywhere. I've marked all the different sizes that I've got here, and these dividers come out. I've got like 3 of these. Highly recommend. I'm going to start working on the apparel. Okay, sidebar. I literally have the tripod set up on the bed right now, and I'm trying not to move on the bed so it doesn't move. Please don't fall over. So I'm not an apparel vendor. Like apparel is not my only jam. It's kind of, I use apparel to supplement kind of some of the other themes of what I make, like the bookish merch. I have the bookish sweatshirts and t-shirts to kind of go with the bookish category. And then I've got some other ones that are just like for moms, or could be ones that I just really, really like. And I think based on the kind of customers who shop with me, I think they would also really like them. Given that I've never done apparel at markets until this year, I was kind of modest. I only have, I think, I wrote it all down. I've got 4 sweatshirts, 4 t-shirts, and 1 Bluey Dad shirt. Bluey Dad bod shirt has absolutely nothing to do with my bookish merch and my crochet plushies. They are just really funny and cute, and they always get a lot of attention, and I've actually sold quite a few already, and so I thought, why not? I made these custom apparel tags. They've just got, I mean, most people know how to wash like the DTF, but then it's got my logo on it and stuff in case they wanted to go to my website and look at more apparel. I just think it also it's just a really cute tag, and I also think it just gives it a little something extra when they're purchasing from me, and it allows me to put my business name on the apparel without putting it on the apparel. So as I said, I am not an experienced apparel vendor, so there's probably a better way to do this, but this is just what I've chosen to do. I have chosen to roll my t-shirts because, okay, I worked at Walmart when I was a teenager, and I was technically a cashier, but you know, they had me all over the store doing who knows what. I swear I've worked in every department in that store other than grocery. Rubber band. And I despised going to pick up the clothes and fold them and put them back, because it was a losing battle. They're not going to stay folded. People don't know how to act right and leave things the way they found them. You know, I just hated folding t-shirts. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be worrying about folding t-shirts at my show. I'm not going to have time to fold these t-shirts and make sure it's all neat and tidy. So I'll have one display. I'll probably use the size small or medium, probably the medium, to display one of each, and then I'm just going to have them rolled. And if you're wondering how they're going to see the sizes, let me show you. Okay, so rubber band it. And I tuck the tag inside, so that tag is tucked in there, and then the rubber band is holding it in place, so it's not going to get ripped off. And as far as the sizes, because nobody's going to be able to see this right here, I used my Munbin thermal printer, and I got these pink round stickers on Amazon for like, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. And I printed size stickers. And so this was a 2X. I put the size stickers right there on the side. And I've already tried it. It doesn't leave a sticky residue like on the t-shirt or anything. And they actually do stay on there. I mean, if you're kind of rustling around in a bin or something, they might come off, but for the most part, they stay on there pretty good. I've got my website right here. I've got a code for free shipping on the website, trying to drive that traffic there, and the size. And so I'll have these like stacked up in these crates. So they'll see the big display, and then they can just grab their size, and I don't have to worry about a messy apparel section. Everything's folded. I wanted to show you how I do the sweatshirts. So I do not fold or roll the sweatshirts. They're just too bulky. So I just do a neat fold like this, but I still put the sticker down here so that like when I have them in the crate, hopefully people can just go like this and see their size. And so hopefully that will avoid any messiness, especially since these are white. I just cannot get over this design. This is going to be my new favorite thing. I kept a large for myself because I like the oversized. But look at all the embellishment. We got pumpkin, cup of steaming coffee, books, scarf. It is just screaming fall. I love it, and it's so squishy. I love how it turned out on the sand color. It's different. So anything crochet related definitely goes in these like laundry bags that I have. If you missed my crochet storage, inventory storage video, you can go check that out. I will link it below. But anything apparel related, I definitely put in a hard stackable tote of some kind. This particular tote my husband bought for his hunting gear, and then he ended up not needing it, so he gave it to me. I think we got it at Sam's for like $7, and it's actually pretty big. And I like stacking the sweatshirts like this, and because then all the rolled t-shirts will fit really, really neat and tidy and maximize the space on the sides and on the end. It's really nothing fancy. I just really encourage you to get a tote that snaps on very well. The lid snaps on very well, because not that it'll be airtight or anything, but you don't want those lids flying off, especially if you're putting these in the back of your truck or your vehicle and it just becomes a mess. You want to make sure your tub is not broken and the lid is on really secure. I really hope I don't come home with this many sweatshirts. It's still really hot here in West Tennessee. This show isn't until the beginning of October, so I'm hoping some of those fall vibes will be out and it won't be blazing hot, and some people will really get in the mood to buy some cozy sweatshirts, because everybody loves a good sweatshirt. We got orders for two of these pit bulls. I got orders for 2 of these pit bulls, and I already had some made, but they're like already packaged and ready to be hung at market, so I was just gonna make some more. We have an order for all of these chocolate labs, and the rest of these I don't have orders for. I'm just making extra since I'm going through the process of getting the Cricut out. Don't mind me, I look like an absolute dump truck right now. And then we also got these labradoodles that I'm pretty sure I sold the few that I did have at the little local farmer's market. Bull Mastiff and Cozy Bookish Weekend. These are so cute once they're printed. And then I will show you, once these get printed, some new capybara ones, but they've got like the trash raccoon on them, and they're so cute. They're like black, white, and gray aesthetic, and they're super cute. Bainey, you're getting boxed in over there, aren't you? You're going to run out of room soon. So buried under all of that, the apparel prep, I found the Halloween shirts that I made yesterday for my daughter. So if you have followed me for any length of time, you know I'm kind of obsessed with capybaras. I think they are the cutest little... I have a capybara sticker on my sewing machine, but I made my daughter a capybara Halloween shirt. It is so cute. And then I made myself... I'm not really big on Halloween. Like, my husband is like a child when it comes to Halloween, but I thought I'd get in the spirit since I found a capybara shirt that I like on my way to stir the pot. I'm actually not into drama. I just really like the shirt. How I figure out how much time I need to spend on certain product categories to meet my deadlines. Okay, I did this last night. I updated it. I'd actually started this process probably 10 weeks ago with all the plushie categories that I needed to make. So I have 3 weeks left until my first big show. I actually have 2 shows back to back, so I'm just kind of like lumping those together. And as you can see here, this is what I still need to work on. I need 25 chickens. I still need 50 turtles, at least 10 small Yodas, and these keychains are totally maybes. Okay, so you need, as long as you know how long it takes you to make the certain item, then you can apply this to just about any product. Even though this is for crochet plushies, you can apply this to anything. So it takes me about 20 minutes start to finish to make 1 chicken. Now, I batch make. I've already talked about that. We're just, for the sake of figuring up my deadline times, we're just going to say start to finish, 20 minutes. So 20 minutes per chicken, 20 times 25 is how I got 500 minutes. And I did that for each one of these. However long it takes me, 20 minutes start to finish, as long as my daughter's not interrupting me, to make a turtle. 50 times 20 is 1,000, so on and so forth. And then I added up all these minutes, converted it to hours. Okay, so in the next 3 weeks, I need to be spending 38 total hours-ish to get all this done. And then I just divided it per week right here. So roughly 13 hours of crocheting only per week. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but if you are a crocheter, if you are a vendor, and this is your full-time biz, you know that is not a lot of time when I'm like filling orders and all this other stuff. I started doing this method years ago when I was still teaching and coaching and trying to do all the things, because if I did not stay on top of those so many hours per week leading up to shows, there was absolutely no way it was going to happen. I mean, I used to have people ask me, like, how do you get all this done? How do you do all the things and still make all this stuff? Y'all, I don't even know. It was all kind of a blur, but I was just trying to live my handmade dreams, and here we are. My secret to being prepared for the busy season is taking advantage of the slow season. So I'm trying not to show my pointer finger because I messed up my nails and it's all icky looking and I have to fix it. But everything that I know will sell really well. Bookmarks, stickers. As far as crochet items, the smaller price points will always sell well if you are a crochet artist. Like the keychains, the turtles, the chickens, the kitties, like all the small stuff is always going to sell well. So like make 100, make as many as you can afford to make ahead of time. I focused heavily on the bookmarks and the stickers because that, like material wise, was not super costly for me to do ahead of time. That's a caveat to prepping in the slow times, is that it costs a lot of money. Like, I'm a Bernat girly. I use Bernat yarn for almost everything. I use Sweet Snuggles a little bit, but both of them, it gets costly. I just spent $130 on a Joann's order that's supposed to show up recently just for chickens. $130 of yarn just for chickens. So it does get very costly to try to prep ahead of time. So if you're just new starting out, that might not be a possibility for you. But at the end of your market season, you know, be thinking ahead and set some of that money aside that you can dip into throughout the year or however you want to do it, so that you can be more prepared with more inventory. The more stock you have, the more money you'll make. I got all caught up in orders yesterday. I need to make one more order at the sewing machine, and I need to stamp these. These are what I use to put when people buy stickers and bookmarks so they don't get lost in their bigger bags or purses. And I need to stamp these, but I'm not going to do that on camera because it makes the camera jiggle.
I don't think I'll find one in the starless city. Strips of colors of the weather we had. Didn't think that I would move on and miss it this fast. Sun-kissed, close your eyes. Late night, summer skies. Oh, they never get old. No, they never get old. I will never let go of the time I spent with you. Sun-kissed, so get all the close your eyes. Lately I've been missing summer skies. They never, never, never get old. Never, never, never get old. Time goes on, moves so quickly, quickly. Years have gone, but you'll still be the only ones who know of the place we called home. Starlight so bright, searching for a look-alike. I don't think I'll find one in the starless city. Stripped of colors of the weather we had. Didn't think that I would move on and miss it this fast. Sun-kissed, so get all the close your eyes. Lately I've been missing summer skies. They never, never, never get old.
I only had one order for these little Minnie Mouse boxy bags, but I went ahead since I cut all this fabric last week and they've just been in a stack. I just haven't been able to get to them yet. I went ahead and decided to start batch making them because this, kind of like I was talking about with the bookmarks and the stickers, these really simple boxy bags, they're really nothing super special. They're just like really simple washable boxy bags. They sell really well in the fall. I think people are going to Disney World. I think Christmas gifts especially, and these are just a really simple, cheap Disney lover gift. They sell really well. So I went ahead, I think I've got 13 on the table that I'm working on, even if they're like half finished. Like if I get really busy tomorrow and I can't finish them, half finished is better than starting from scratch when those orders start coming in. I'm also knee deep in market season, so I'm going to package this one up, and then I think by the time I get this one done, I've only got like 10 minutes before I have to leave to go get my daughter, and we will do some Carline crochet chat. I'm later getting here than I normally am, so I'm all the way in the back, which is fine. So today's Carline crochet, I'm working on chickens still, and I'm using this, it's always Bernat, because I told you I'm a Bernat girly. I don't remember the actual name, but this looks almost just like that Dominique breed, Dominique, I think is what it's called, breed chicken, and these sell probably the best out of all the chicken colors I've made. Now, for some reason, the yarn thickness is just a smidge smaller than regular Bernat, and so the chickens were turning out a little bit smaller. So I cheat. I can't give away the pattern, but I'm just gonna say I add an increase somewhere in the pattern, just one increase, and it gives it enough oomph that it needs. I am curious where a lot of my friends are from on here. I'm from West Tennessee, and let me just tell you, fake fall we're on our second fake fall. Sunday morning, today's Wednesday, Sunday morning, I wore a sweater to church. It was 45 degrees. It was fantastic. It was so nice. I got out my candle. I wore sweatpants. I was feeling like making soup sweet potato muffins yesterday. It's 94 degrees today. 94 degrees, sure is. I think tomorrow's supposed to be like 70. We're supposed to get something from that hurricane that's going on, but it's fake. It's not gonna last. It's supposed to be hot again next week. That's just part of living in the South, I guess. Are you really from the South unless you experienced no less than 2 or 3 fake falls every year? Oh, we're moving. Here we go. Here we go. Can't block the driveways. Okay, so the way I do this when we're inching along, the way I do this, if you see me inching and moving, but my hands are right here, I'm able to keep crocheting because I hold it with my knee, like I'm at the 4-way stop right here. And I'm just, because I'm going in a straight line, I just inch it with my knee, just a little bit. I'm telling you, I gotta maximize my time. So I'm really wanting to do, I'm gonna do it, I just haven't completely figured out how I'm gonna go about doing it. Oh, can't block that driveway. I really want to do a Halloween pattern roundup. But, and someone commented this on the last video that I mentioned maybe doing it, that I really want to make one of each of the patterns. And I am trying. Dadgummit, I skipped a stitch. I can go back and fix it. I really want to make one of each because I want to be able to show what they look like, and I really don't want to recommend a pattern that I haven't tried myself. And a lot of them, I really don't want to recommend a pattern that I haven't tried myself. Even if I've only made one, I want to make sure that the pattern's like easy to read and it turns out well and everything. I'm really trying to get one of each made, and I was originally wanting to do like 20 patterns. That ain't gonna happen. There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to get 20. 20 doesn't sound like much, but when I'm market prepping and crochet is not the only thing I do, I think I set my aspirations and my goals a little too high on that one. Maybe next year I can do like a bigger pattern roundup if I start sooner. This year it might just be 10. I don't know, like 10 quick makes that you can make with a Bernat blanket, because we're Bernat blanket girlies. Wearing my new shirt today. I absolutely love, I didn't know if I would love this on the purple, but I absolutely do. It looks so cute. It's super comfy too. I'm not even going anywhere today. I just wanted to wear it. Packaging this order for Alexandra. Alexandra got Antisocial Book Club Antisocial Book Club bookmark. She got the Dark Academia bookmark, and then she got the Cat Loaf sticker. Funny thing about this Cat Loaf sticker, I randomly decided to try and find like a chubby cat sticker to go with the loaf kitties that I've been making. And by the way, if you order a loaf kitty from me online, you get one of these Cat Loaf stickers for free. And these have been so popular. They are so funny. Freshly baked cat loaf. Every time someone orders from me online, I give them like a custom, like I write their name on there, and then I write a thank you down here. I just think this adds something extra and special, and like kind of just reminds people like there's a person behind these products. It wasn't processed in a warehouse. Like it was made in my little shop bedroom. I love packaging orders. I like making it look all cute and pretty, and I try to make it like they're opening a gift, so they're really happy and excited to receive their gift. So if you really want to know how I stay on top of the weeks leading up to the market and try and meet the deadline, is I'm a list maker. It's probably the former teacher in me, but I have 2 lists that I would not survive without. So the first one that I'm going to show you today is the pre-show checklist. So this is what I use weeks leading up to the show, and then just as I do the thing, I highlight it so I know that that's finished. The other one is a market checklist. I use this the day of or the day before the actual show. Like whenever I'm actually loading the truck and the trailer is when I'm going to use this. So I will show you this later when I do my market vlog in a few weeks. So I actually made this and I want to show you. So I'm not going to go through everything on this list, but I just kind of wanted to show it to you so you could get an idea in case making lists and marking stuff off is helpful to you. I made this myself, and you are more than welcome to like take a screenshot of my screen here in just a second. So I break it down by what I need to do when I get accepted or pay for the show. I know that I'm going, what I need to do weeks out before the show, and then literally a few days before the show. Obviously you can see that list is much longer. So I have already obviously marked off all my dates. I've already been to this venue before. So like I already know the map of the place. I already know the bathrooms. This is more for like new locations that I've never been to before. I don't think I'm crazy at all to include bathrooms on here because I have the bladder of a child. I have not done my goal setting sheet yet. Check taxes for the area. This is only if I'm out of state or I'm not in the county that I live in. Stock calculations. This is where I'm in the process of doing this. I'm not going to mark it off yet. This is where I set goals like I did earlier in the video. Like I need to make 100 chickens. I need to make 100 turtles. I need to take so much apparel, that sort of thing. Products planned and materials purchased. I've already done that. I actually just received all my extra market checkout bags the other day. I'm just going to leave this here for just a second in case you want to take a screenshot. So I've got about 3 hours before I have to go pick up my daughter. So what I'm going to do is I have this stack of Minnie Mouse bags here. I need to put the brand tags in them. I made these myself several videos back where I went over like how I save money DIY branding my own business. And I made these myself for like, it was like $5 to make all these brand tags. And I need to sew all the handle straps. I already packaged the 2 orders that came in today. And then whatever time I have left, I'm going to work on Halloween patterns. I'm getting in the Halloween mood. I'm not usually a Halloween person. I don't like scary movies. I like Halloween decor. I just don't like scary movies. So whatever time I have left, I'm going to work on some Halloween crochet patterns. So here's a little teaser. Is this not the cutest little bat you've ever seen? Well, actually, this is the mama bat. I haven't made the baby bat yet. So I'm going to try and get this out in the next week, but it's a Halloween crochet pattern roundup, except I'm going to make one of each of the patterns. And so I'm trying to get those done. It's trying to do that. And market prep and process orders has me a little overwhelmed. I'm trying to do like too many things at one time, but I'm really, really excited about the idea of pattern roundup ideas. Again, I'm not just strictly a crochet channel, but crochet is definitely my jam, and I want to share all my favorite patterns. I just realized that this market prep studio vlog will go up before the Halloween pattern roundup. I know that I'm working on the Halloween patterns in the market prep video. I'm trying to do a bunch at one time. But if I don't work on it like a little bit each day, then it will not get done. But are there any particular Halloween patterns that you want to see in the Halloween pattern roundup? Like you've been looking for this particular kind of pattern and you either haven't been able to find it, you haven't found one that you like, or you've kind of had your eye on one and you want to see how it's made. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular plushie pattern that you want to see in the pattern roundup video.